Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Michael, and I'm so glad you're happy here. So, I don't know what I'm going to title this video yet, but I think I want to title it something like, Why didn't I watch this anime sooner? Okay, what am I talking about? I'm talking about an anime that I had completely written off, guys. I mean, completely written off, okay? And I'm gonna get into here in a minute why I writ this anime off, but lately, I later discovered it. I've been watching it. I've been trying to binge it. I'm in the let's see, where am I? Oh, I'm on episode 91 of this anime. Now, I know what you guys are already thinking. You guys are thinking, Michael finally did it. He's finally invested. He's finally beyond the shadow of a doubt. This is it. This is the big moment. He's finally watching One Piece. No. No, 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 no. See, this anime was brought to me by my friends, my brothers, so to speak. Not actual biological brothers, but you know what I mean. Like my best buds who I've known since I was a little kid. And they basically challenged me and they said, Why haven't you been watching this show? Why haven't you been watching this? What? You're not a true anime fan if you don't watch this. Their words, not mine. And some of you may or may not disagree with that. Anyway, what anime are we talking about? It's time for the big reveal. What are we talking about? We are talking about, my brothers and sisters in anime. We are talking about Black Clover. Yes, I have started watching Black Clover. I am on episode 91, and normally, you guys, I would wait until the end of an anime to review it or talk about it, but I can't help it. I've been enjoying it. And so your main question might be, well, Michael, why are you watching it now? Like, what turned you on to Black Clover? Like, what is it? What was that magical thing, or what was that moment that changed your mind, or how did your friends get you to watch Black Clover? Right, besides enticing me and challenging me and telling me that I wasn't a true anime fan without watching Black Clover, right? So why? So let's start with why wasn't I originally enthused by Black Clover when it first came out, and why did I kind of throw it to the wayside? Okay, first of all, the short answer story of it is that I thought Asta was annoying. Okay, I thought he was an annoying character, and honestly, when I first started watching it way back when, because I tried way back when on my first attempt to watch Black Clover, I watched the first episode, and like I said, I thought Asta was annoying, but also I couldn't get the premise of the story. I mean, here was this kid who had no magic, and he wanted to be the Wizard King. He was a big muscle bound guy. He trained. He's the, I think the word I'm looking for is antithesis. No, it's not antithesis. It's he's the he's the complete shonen guy, the complete shonen dude, right? Where he trains and he trains and trains to get stronger, but he was doing it because he had no magic. And we're gonna get into the main story here, but bear with me, okay? So basically, that's the short answer, okay? The other answer, if you care to hear it, is the fact that there was a bunch of other anime on at the time of Black Clover, and I just decided to go watch other anime besides Black Clover. But let's get back to the main reason. I thought Asta was annoying. He was loud, he was obnoxious, he was annoying, and I just couldn't get behind him, right? I just, no matter what I did, I couldn't get behind him, right? And that, and he was a little insane. Okay, it's Asta. Okay, it was a little insane, right? So so anyway, let's get into the story here. And there's something to be said about Asta, right? And I think I kind of want to focus in on Asta. And don't worry, we're gonna focus in on the other characters, Uno, Mimosa, Noel, Yami, the entire Black Bull squad. You know, the Golden Dawn a little bit. So we will focus on some of the other characters. Okay. Now, like I said, and I will repeat once again, so forgive me, I'm only on episode 91, and pardon my French, but shit's about to go down. Okay? So, I will say that I've already licked the elf. I've already passed the third eye, so um I've already made it through the the defeat of uh Voldo. I think his name is Voldo, the dude with beast magic, and then I made it through Fauna, who was the fire the fire girl with the salamander. Okay, so I made it through those parts. I know that I've already been caught up to where we know that something happens to the elves, to the elf kingdom, to the people with magic power. And but you don't have to spoil nothing, because I'm looking forward to it. Like, I am very invested. Okay. So I've made significant progress. Okay. But the first thing I want to start out by talking about in this video is I want to talk about Asta. Okay. So for those of you that have watched Black Clover, you know where Asta and Yuno come from, right? They come from Hodge Village. They're commoners. They're poor. They are essentially orphans, respectively. They grew up in a church. Asta wants to marry Sister Lily, even though she's a nun and she's a woman of the cloth, and they can't marry. And I'll get into who I would like to see Asta with in a little bit. But either way, let's continue, right? And Asta wants to prove himself, and essentially, he's almost like Naruto, just without the demon in it, just without the nine tails, right? But he wants to prove himself. And how does he intend to prove himself, you may ask? By becoming the Wizard King. And so the question is how does one become the Wizard King without any magic? You see, that's the trick, right? Because in this world, magic is a big deal, right? If you have magic, you're a somebody. You've got power, you've got influence, you've got, yes, you still have to train how to use your magic ability, how to use your magical powers, but at the same time, if you have magic, you're a somebody, right? So how does a guy like Asta, who has no magic because he was born with no magic, how does he intend to be the Wizard King? Well, here's the thing that you gotta love Austin. I want you guys to pay attention to this, because some of you out there, maybe you or someone you know or someone they know, you might be going through the exact same thing that Asta did, right? And Asta basically says, he basically just tosses it all to the wind, and he's like, I don't care that I don't have magic. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not done. In fact, that's his motto. I'm not done. I'm not giving up. I may not have any magic power, but that doesn't mean, pardon my French, jack shit. I will become the Wizard King. That's his goal, right? And so there's something to be said, because it is this belief, it is this drive. That's what we want to call it. It's this drive, right? This drive from Asta that propels the other characters in the story to push, as Captain Yami of the Black Bulls likes to say, to push past their limits, right? And it is Asta's bravery, it's his courage, it's his willingness, it's his determination, it's his drive, it's his follow through to be the Wizard King, to get stronger, that pushes essentially everyone else in the story, everyone else in the anime, or at least those around him, to be stronger. Take his friend his childhood friend who he would consider to be a brother, for example, right? It's Asta's drive, perseverance, determination that pushes to get stronger. And ultimately, and Asta become rivals because says, I'm going to be the Wizard King, not you, Asta. I'm going to be the Wizard King. Because Asta saved his life when they were kids, right? And so to kind of repay the favor, but to also help out the church and to also help out, and to keep Asta safe and everything like that. Wants to become the Wizard King. He wants to, even though it's his dream, but he's also doing it for Asta, right? And so there's a dynamic there. And it is because of Asta that wants to do this. Asta's squad, the Black Bulls, right? It is because of Asta that they are able to increase their power, that they are able to increase their levels, that they are able to push past their limits when it comes to, because of his bravery, his willing to push through, his intensity, right? Let's take a character in the Black Bulls, shall we? Let's take Noel Silva, right? And remember, I stated earlier who I kind of wish or want Asta to hook up with besides Sister Lily? Well, it's Noel. And yes, Noel, for the most part, she does have a crush on Asta, and she tries to hide it, and she's not doing well. But anyway, Noelle Silva is royalty. She comes from the Silver household, but she is an outcast within her own household. Now, I don't know the whole story yet. I haven't made it that far, but let's just say her mother passed away and her family treats her like shit. Okay? Like her family is like, you'll never be worth anything. You should have in fact, her older brother basically says you should have died with Lady Maria, and stuff like that, right? Her mom, right? Like, should have died in childbirth, right? But it is because of Asta, once again, that Noelle is able to push past her limits because you see, with Noelle, her big thing is that she could never control her magic power. She has the water element, the water affinity, and she could never control her power. And I'll state this, that for the royals and the magic knights, mostly the royals and the nobility, if you're born with magic powers, essentially you're expected to be perfect. Like you're expected to get, magic down like that, right? And it was different for Noelle. Noelle had to practice. Noelle had to grow stronger. But for the most part, because she was being put down by her family, by her brothers and her sister and everybody like that in the Silva household, she got down on herself. And she was afraid to use her power. But with a little help from Asta, with a little help from encouragement from Asta, and also she was down in the water temple, and she had to defeat one of the members of the Third Eye. She was taught to let go of her fear, to not hold back, to give it everything she's got. And she, so far, is progressing and growing stronger and stronger. In fact, I love her character arc. She's developing quite nicely, I will say. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for Noelle Silva. Now, let's take another character from the Black Bulls, shall we? Let's take, oh, you know what? Let's do two characters. No, you know what? Let's do three. Let's do three. Let's start with Magda. Okay? Magda, who this past weekend I actually got to meet Magda's voice actor, Ian St. Clair, who also did the voice of Whis from Dragon Ball Super. I'm sorry I wasn't able to take video for you guys, but ultimately, I had a blast at this convention, and I spent most of my time waiting in line, but that's a different story for a different time. But anyway, let's talk about Magda. Magda is a fire mage, and he too is a commoner, right? And he too is in the Black Bulls, okay? Now, here's the thing. Magda is kind of like this cool, reckless punk. I guess you would say like punk rock type of dude, or something like that, right? He tries to be popular and everything like that. But he's funny. He's hot. He's hot blooded. Especially he gets into feuds all the time with the Lightning Mage, Luck, the Lightning Berserker Luck, which Luck is actually pretty cool because he's always ready to fight. Anytime he can get a fight, he loves getting into fights. Anyway, back to Magda. So one of the first missions that Magda and Asta and Noelle actually go on is they go to help out this one village that is being attacked by bandits, and like Magda doesn't think that he's strong enough, and like Asta, you can't stop him. Like Asta's ready to go, right? Like he's gonna fight. Asta's gonna fight no matter what, okay? But because he can see that Asta isn't giving up, Magda doesn't give up either. Even though he knows he's running low on power in this fight and he's running low on magic energy, he's gonna keep giving it his all, right? That's Magda. Magda's pretty cool. Okay, I said three, right? So now we're gonna go two. We're going to talk about Finral. We're also going to talk about Vanessa. Now, Finral is a spatial magic user, and basically he's a tool for Yami whenever Yami needs to go places, or, like whether it be to the bathroom or other type of stuff, right? Also, Finral is kind of like a womanizer. He tries to pick up the ladies, but it doesn't seem to work out. Anyway, Finral comes from nobility, but he's kind of like the black sheep of the family. See what I did there? Black bull, black sheep. Anyway, he's the black sheep of the family because his spatial magic isn't as good as, say, his younger brother, Lacra. Yeah, I think it's Lacra. Lacra. Yeah. And anyway, Lacra. Yeah. So anyway, he ends up deserting his family. He leaves his family. He's nice. He doesn't act like nobility. He's not all high and mighty and stuff like that. Okay. Now we're gonna get back to Fenrir for a minute. We're gonna get back to him. So stay with me. Next, we gotta talk about Vanessa. Vanessa is a witch, and she likes to drink a lot. Okay, but she's a witch who was imprisoned for most of her life because the Queen of the Witches wanted her to develop a technique called the Threads of Fate. And so the Queen of Witches basically kept Vanessa imprisoned in a cage for most of her life until Yami freed her. Right? And of course, he did it by accident because really he was training and he happened to stumble upon the witch's forest and he fought the witches. Anyway, it's a long ordeal. But anyway, after she leaves, she joins the Black Bulls. She's basically drunk and her magic power is weaving thread. Okay? It's like puppetry. Anyway, Finral and Vanessa essentially are inspired by Asta because while they are in the water temple, as I've stated, they're attacked by one of the members of the Third Eye of the Eye of the Midnight Sun, and they they're crushing everybody. Like Magda and Luck are taken down, and Noelle's out of power, and everything like that. And it's up to Asta. Well, Vanessa and Fenrir come to help Asta. Now Fenrir doesn't want to fight. He's like, this guy's too strong. We're all gonna die, type of thing. And I know this video, and I know I'm rambling, but this is so good because we're focusing on Asta, right? Anyway, my point is that It is because of Asta's determination, his bravery, his courage, and yes, a little bit of his stupidity, that these two are able to push past their limits, and they are able to open new powers and reveal new powers, and they get a little bit stronger, they get a little bit braver, and they are always ready to take up the fight, just like Asta. So I think the moral of this video, or the moral of this story is, if you ever feel like maybe you're not like everybody else, right? Like, you can't play baseball like a major leaguer, or you can't play defensive end on a football team like, say, the other guy, or something like that, right? Or maybe you're in school and you don't think that you're the top of the class, right? And I think what Black Clover proves is that it's okay to be different. Asta doesn't have any magic powers, but it doesn't matter, because he still inspires those around him to do better. You can do that too. And also, be inspired by those who are around you, because they will empower you just as much as you empower them. I get it all the time about from my friends or my family saying how I give them strength, but really it's a symbiotic circle. It's the circle of life, right? We inspire each other. So go out and do the things that you want to do. Train hard. Don't let anybody stand in your way, and become king of your world. Become king and show them that you're not like them, that you're different. You are who you are. We are who we are. We like what we like. We like the anime we like. We like the movies we like. We love what we love, and we do what we do. That's what we do here in the dojo, right? Cool. You guys know the rest. Anyway, guys, thanks for checking out this video today. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of Black Clover. I hear that we got another season of Black Clover. Whenever it comes out, I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to tell you all about it. Anyway, guys, that's enough out of me. Please subscribe. Hit the like. Share this sucker. Oh, and also hit the notification bell so you know when I make another video. All right. Next week, I will be at Game On Expo in downtown Phoenix. So if you happen to see me, stop over and say hi. Don't don't mind saying hi to you guys. And yeah, in the meantime, I will see you in the next video. Remember, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, go make it an anime day. Later.